In order to benefit smallholders while still remaining attractive for investors, each specific context must take into account the local land tenure, policy, culture, history, and biophysical and demographic considerations. FAO estimates that investment to the tune of more than $80 billion a year is needed to keep pace with the population and income growth and feed more than 9 billion people by 2050.
This discussion on large-scale land acquisition couldn't have come at a better time, because in our Northern Corridor Integration Project, Kenya chairs the land cluster, where we bring in the 5 countries to discuss on matters related to land. And one of the key discussions that we are supposed to go with to the next summit meeting, which will take place from 8th, 9th to 10th or 11th, is the question of harmonization of land acquisition laws across the countries which will be having the Northern Corridor Integration Project.
Large-scale land acquisitions have been of concern over the last 10 or so years in the third world because of complaints raised by indigenous people that benefits to them are rarely quantifiable. And in some papers that we have listened to, in some presentations, it is not called large-scale land acquisition, it is called international land grab. When a poor person invades it, is called a squatter. When a rich person invades it in Kenya, it's called a grabber. When a multinational invades it, it's called large-scale acquisition. But it's the same thing. So we have to look at it in those in those contexts. In other words, people are occupying or are taking over land without the purported owners being informed. And that is where we want to dwell on this. The project that we're having is really to sensitize communities, county governments, and so on, to know the benefits of all these things and how we can work together with the people who are acquiring them for the benefit of the people.
Also, areas have lagged behind in development compared with high potential areas, wetter parts of the country. As you know, 70% of the total land in this country is unregistered, and not only that, under community tenure. Land scale and land acquisition is clearly a threat to the people and their livelihoods, given that local people may not always have the capacity, and this is a challenge. They may not have the capacity to engage in land acquisition processes.
So many times you'll find people invading other people's lands, for instance squatters, and it becomes very difficult to evict these people because they are in thousands and thousands of or a multitude of families in a particular land that belongs to the individual. Secondly, you find that there are some other multinationals who come and they are given parcels of land and procedures are not followed in terms of acquisition of that land. So this workshop is to educate the community and to educate other stakeholders, including multinationals, on how land is supposed to be acquired for development.